Sir, I'm glad. Listen, how can you not be a Rodney fan?
Hey, you ain't had the great Rodney story.
Oh, 100% I do.
So I met Rodney Dangerfield. I'm like 16, 17 years old. And I'm getting ready to go up on stage. And Rodney comes and he bumps me. And he goes, hey, you can't go up. Rodney's going on. So Rodney goes on and he kills. And I'm like, I'm going to go up after Rodney. So no one to want to go up. So I went up after him and I do my stuff. And afterwards, Rodney is like, hey, kid, where are you going to go with all that stuff? All that cursing, and using the language he like gave me, basically told me I wasn't shit. So I was like, oh, I was crestfallen. My mind was blown. And I was like, Rodney didn't like me, thought I was too dirty. And long story short, maybe 2, 3 years later, I blew up and I become, Eddie Hotshot. And I was at the in the bathroom at Caesar's Palace, going to the urinal. And Dangerfield comes and stands right next to me. I look over and he looks and says, hey, who knew? Hey, who knew? But yeah, now we can do the interview. What were you saying?
I was going to say, first of all, that's awesome. But the thing I love about Rodney is he said the same jokes again and again over the course of 10 years. I ate up every single one of them. Could say
Oh
the
yeah,
same thing.
because it's the character. It's the character and the delivery. You'll laugh every time you see it. Like if you watch Archie Bunker, if you watch the Sanford and Son, and they made you laugh every time you watch that episode, it'll make you laugh. It's the character.
First of all, sir, I just want to say again, every time I've been lucky enough to speak with you, I am a huge fan. And I really want to say a sincere thank you for all of your work over the years and for making the entire planet laugh. And,
Oh,
and
God bless you. Thank you, bro.
I sincerely thank you. So I spoke to John Davis and John Fox not too long ago, and they told me they were working on a documentary with you.
A
Um,
documentary, yeah. They've been doing that documentary for. I did. They started that when I went back to host Saturday Night Live. So what's that? 3 years ago? 4 years?
it's been a while, and I'm curious, what was it about? What is it about this doc that you said I'm going to allow myself to be filmed, and I want to tell my story?
Well, I've been doing it so long, and there wasn't anything like that. And I've had a unique career. So I was like, and everybody does documentaries now. It's like, oh my, I've been doing it long enough, and there's enough stuff that there's an interesting story there, like how it all happened, and it's
Is
all documented.
my last thing on it, is there like an end point that you see where you're going to stop filming, or is it still being
Yes, the end was because we had probably ended maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and was like, hey, I'm gonna get this uh the Cecil B. DeMille award. That's a good way to end it. So the end will be that winning that getting that award.
I am very much looking forward to seeing this. Jumping into why I get to talk to you, you've said to me in the past that you enjoy sitting on your couch, being with your kids, and are selective with what you want to do. So, what was it about this project that said, I'm going to get off the couch and I'm going to go make this?
But I had been on the couch for like 10 years, and it was like, okay, I want to do something. And my batteries had recharged, and I forgot about why I went to the couch in the first place. What happened in the first place was that it got to where I wasn't having fun making movies. It was like, okay, I don't want to be up here just making movies. I'm not having fun making them, and you're just doing it because they offer you a lot of money. Because you could see that. You could see that when you go see those movies, you'll see it, be like, what the fuck is this movie? It's like, oh, the artist must have just got a big check for it. And I didn't want to do any more movies like that. So once my batteries got recharged and I wanted to work again, I got off the couch, and then I wanted to do different, interesting things.
I'm a huge fan of Jonah's work. I'm a huge fan of your work, and you both make me laugh so much. There's some great stuff between the two of you, especially when you're driving together. And I'm just curious, what was it like collaborating with someone like Jonah, who is also he's very good on his feet, very good with improv.
That was so much fun to work with, because most actors can't do that. You can't. Most actors, they do the stuff that's on the script, and if you go off script or you start playing around, like I've been in scenes where actors just be looking at you. You'd be like, you go all over the place, and they're just kind of looking at you. And they cut. Oh, so yeah, I was watching it. They start watching you. But Jonah, if you go off script, he's right there with you. And sometimes he'll go, and you got to come with him. And He's funny and smart. Yeah, it was fun working with him.
I really enjoyed what Kenya did with the editing in between the scenes, and it just felt like he just did a really great job with the material. Can you sort of talk about what he was like? Because this was his directing his first feature. What was it
Mm.
like actually collaborating with him and finding different things in the moment?
It was easy. I had one. We had not one awkward moment. He's super smart and super talented. And being a showrunner, he's been the showrunner on Blackish, but he's done that. So you kind of, you know, it's being a showrunner is as close as you could get to the director's experience, where you're in charge of everything and every decision and all that. So he's worked with actors and worked with technical people and had to do that dance. So it was cool. It was real easy going.
Sneaker culture plays a part of this film, and I don't believe you get to wear any. I don't remember seeing you wear any cool sneakers. Was that something that you wanted for your character, or did you take any from set? Because there's a lot of cool stuff in this movie.
Well, sneaker culture is character wouldn't be a part of sneaker culture. My generation, the sneaker culture hadn't jumped off yet. That happened, when I was grown. When I was a kid, there was really no sneaker culture. You had a pair of Chuck Taylor Converse or some Pumas, or that was it. Some Pumas or some Chuck Taylors.
My last thing for you.
If they weren't Pumas or Chuck Taylors, they called them Skips. You had on some Skips.
My last thing for you. I am so looking forward to the new Beverly Hills Cop, because you're in it, and I know that it has to be good if you're coming back to this role. What was it that finally said, I'm going to make another one? What finally got you to do it?
Jerry Bruckheimer, the original producer, when he got involved and he started developing the script and he knew what Beverly Hills Cop is supposed to be, when he got back involved, that's when it all started to come together. Because we tried for years and years, maybe 10, 12 years and I must have read 5 or 6 different scripts, and it was never right. And the studio was like, oh, let's go, here it is. It was like, no, it's just Jerry Bruckheimer got back in there, and he knows his shit, and he put it together. He did Top Gun just last year, and the Bad Boys is Jerry Bruckheimer, so we have that same brain behind Beverly Hills Cop, and he put all the pieces in place that were required for us to make a great movie. And I'm excited for people to see it. It's really hard to make, though.
Because
Axel Foley is 21 and I'm not 21. I'm not 21. It's a long time ago. And it's a really physical movie. And, I had to do some physical stuff. And I know Tom Cruise likes to do physical stuff, but yeah, you started off the interview by, I like to be on the couch. I don't like to be jumping over and shooting and running. And I had to do some jumping and shooting and running. And as a result, I had a knee brace. At the end of the movie, I had a knee brace and my back was messed up and all that. But the movie is going to be, special.
On that note, I need to stop. Again, I want to thank you so much for your time and for all of your work. Have a fantastic day.
You too, man. Have a good one now.